Hey everyone, this is Dr. Cooper, and this is a podcast for the ENH295 Banned Books and Censorship class. Today's podcast is the Unit 1, Unit 2 podcast. So I'm going to go through and just quickly give you some reminders of some of the things that you should be working on for the next 3 days. So today is Wednesday, and you will have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to complete the items listed in Unit 2. So before I get to Unit 2, though, just a reminder that we're in Module 1, and this module will last for 5 units, Units 2 through 6, and our sole purpose of this module is to explore LGBT adolescent novels. So we're going to read 2. And right now, you should be at least a third of the way into Annie on My Mind. So hopefully you took our advice and bought your book early, or at least ordered it early, and you have it by today. So start reading about a third of the way into the book, and we are having a discussion right now. So let me go ahead and click on Unit 2 to make sure I don't leave out anything. So we're working on the discussion where 8 people will submit essential questions, EQs. And I think we have about 4 EQs already listed on Google+. So what you'll need to do is go over to Google+, look for the EQ questions, and you can either answer those questions or ask a question of your own. Now there's a list of questions, and so far I'm getting a mixture of questions. So some of the questions are very personal, and remember, this is a literature class, so the whole purpose of the class is to discuss the literature. So asking whether, or not whether, but how someone might feel if their son or daughter came home and announced that they were gay or lesbian, that's not really getting us to the discussion of the literature. Although it is an interesting question, it's not relevant. So I let 1 or 2 of those questions go. But from here on out, we want to focus on the literature that we are studying. So I want you to take a look at the book, Annie on My Mind, and I want for you to tell me, based on some of the sample questions, which question might be relevant for us to discuss with this book. Okay, so this discussion will last for 3 days, so that means you need to start today. So you cannot get full credit if you wait until the last day to participate in discussions. So make sure that you post at least one thing today so that I know that you started. Now what I would recommend is that you start today and go back tomorrow and then go back on the 3rd day. Now if you can't do all 3 days in a row, at least start today and then go back on, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, to finish that discussion. And we don't have a lot of time in this class, so there's no time for taking a day off and going to the beach and relaxing. We only have 7.5 weeks, and things are going to fly by. So the good thing is we're reading something easy, so you can do that, no problem at all. So discussion 1A is taking place on Google+. You need to post a question. We only have 8 questions, so make sure that you count the questions. I'm going in and numbering the questions, so I'll let you know when we've reached our 8 questions. And then you'll be responsible for answering the questions. Now I left many of you messages in the discussion 1 because I saw a lot of just 3 posts. And I know why you did that. You did that because the instructor said that you have to post a minimum of 3 times. Perfect. You'll post 3 times and you'll be done. That's great, but you're leaving your grade up to my opinion of how well you've posted. If you do more, a little bit more, the likelihood that you are having a better post and a better grade is higher. So maybe one of your posts is weak, so when I grade it, you may not get full credit for that one. But if you have more than 3, then I'm bound to find enough of what I'm looking for to award you full points. So don't leave it to just chance and just guessing. Always do a little bit more, especially if you have time to do so. Okay, some of you might nail it in 3 posts, but others might struggle with that. So give yourself a better chance by posting more if you can. Okay, so Unit 2, we're reading. I gave you a list of some literary analysis terms. You do not have to use my list. My arm's getting tired of holding that camera. You can search Google for literary analysis terms or literary terms, and then you can choose any of the terms from that list. You can also use Google to get a better understanding of what the term means and how you can identify it in a text. Okay, so that's what that is all about. Also, we have 3 articles. If you didn't finish participation in the first discussion, I will give some late opportunity, but for the most part, discussion 1 is over. So I'm going to go in and grade it. And if you haven't participated at this point, I will give you some points if you were late, but That's the only discussion that I will grade late. All right, there's a lesson, and each unit will have anywhere from 1 to 2 lessons, as you noticed in Unit 1. This lesson has a lesson on elements of plot. Again, just some information that you can click on and learn about elements of plot. And then when you do your journal for this unit, so your journal is due on Friday, you're going to do an analysis journal. And I want for you to choose one of the literary terms and do an analysis based on the reading that you're doing right now. So in order to do that, you got to go back to Unit 1 and look at the lessons, Lesson 1 and 1A that I provided for you, because it teaches you how to use SOAPs, S-O-A-P-S, to be able to write your literary analysis of the work. Okay? So you're going to analyze a rhetorical term based on the reading that you're doing, Annie on My Mind. Okay, again, only 1/3 of the book. If you read further, go ahead and write about more in your journals. But for the discussion, let's keep it to just 1/3. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the next 3 days. If you have any questions, let me know. And if not, I'll see you back on Saturday when I introduce unit number 3. All right, have a great week. Talk to you soon.